Here we go. We are jumping into our fresh best of 2. Oh boy. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our red Zerg player representing himself. Again, he was once young, but now he is old. It is Yakov. Smooch. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player from land of Kazakhstan representing CSO Esports. It is Replicant. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. Predictions. Predictions are open. Get your gamba going in the chat. As predictions are now open, you can place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat. Ooh, as we do embrace this. And again, for those that are maybe unaware, this is an event organized, funded, and hosted by MindoVK. MindoVK, he has been casting more regularly as of late and has been organizing this monthly tournament, month after month after month. This is open to the CIS region. As you can imagine, we have had plenty of Ukrainian players in the past as well. Not this month, but in months past, they have been able to represent. Oh. Meanwhile, we do see already Replicant opening up with a 2-Rax. Okay, 2-Rax Reaper out of our Terran player. I'll be honest, it's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks, if not a couple of months, since I've actually seen 2-Rax Reaper. Oh, and it's not even 2-Rax Reaper. It is a 3-Rax Reaper. Let's go. Let's go, Matthew. Let's go. Also, just double checking, is Replicant on the team? He is. Oh, my apologies. CSO Esports will set that up. Of course, as we can see here. But yeah, it is going to be a 3-Rax Reaper build out of Replicants. Reapers are amassing as we speak. And Yakov back at home is currently in the dark. The Overlord will soon confirm at least the 2-Rax Reaper opener. This should tell Yakov to stay in gas, to prioritize link speed, and to build up his queen count and delay his third. As the Overlord pokes in, the Overlord does not go further into the main, so Yakov is going to be in the dark as to how committed. Oh, there we go. There we go. He does pivot back around into the main base, so Yakov will confirm. We'll confirm what's going on. Reapers have arrived. The Lings are keeping up. It's keeping up here, dancing with the army, dancing with the Lings. As Replicant, he rotates over into the main. Queen is keeping up. And so far, no major losses. Yakov still goes for the third bold move. I don't really see him holding on to this. Reapers are amassing, and the goal is to at least force a cancel on the third. To at least force that cancel. Reapers, they go back into the main. They threaten the queens. Alas, the third base is actually getting quite a lot of progression here. Replicant, he does divert here towards the queens instead, which means the hatchery is going to finish. The hatchery will complete. Yakov, he's getting away with a lot here. Gets away with the hatchery, kills one of the Reapers already. The queens are holding their own, and link speed is about to kick in. Link speed is about to kick in. Lings, they're getting in position. There's link speed. One Reaper gets surrounded. And there's no way out of this. There is no way out. Oof. Reapers are being chased down. And this is a brutal start for Replicant. He needed to gain more value. He needed to trade better here. As he was able to get one drone, 10 Lings. That's all that really was gained for the Terran. Behind this, he's transitioning into a bio push, into a factory, into stim. But now Yakov is free to drone up, and he has map control. Now has map control. He can move out, he can threaten the bases. Thankfully, because of the spawn location of Replicant, he is able to preserve those add-ons. Does have a stim on the way, +1 as well. This looks like a variation of the Cure build. This looks like a 2-base all-in. As Replicant, he is just stuck at home, and YoungYakov is free to drone. He's free to just drone up, saturate his third base, get a fourth as well, build up. Well, the Lings, do they get the depot? I don't think they... Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, he gets it. Whew. Barely does kill the depot. Did cost him a lot of Lings to do so, but does bring it down to the end. behind this. Baliness is on the way. Yakov saturating his bases, getting into his own lair. Not rushing into Evo chambers or upgrades, just taking it slow, taking it at a bit of a steadier pace here. Does want to get caught out. Don't blame him. Do not blame him here. Here we go, Replicant is still being active. Now moving up with Stim. Combat shields are still not quite done, and there are no medevacs to support this army, so this is a risky maneuver here by Replicant, as these Marines are on their own. They are on their own. It's a one-way trip. Marines are trying to keep up. Overlord goes down. Flush transfuse. Lings are coming in, but they don't quite engage yet. Stim, the first one is running out. Replicant gets the hell out of here. Races back home, and does escape. What did he get? He was able to pick off one Overlord and I believe a Queen as well. Just an Overlord. Taking an Overlord. Yakov coming in for the surround. There's another Stim, but the army's overstimmed. Oof. A brutal trade here for Replicant. Does have a better trade towards the end though. Yeah, Yakov overextends. Very nice target firing. A lot of Banelings go down. And Replicant holds. Replicant, he does hold. Initially, it wasn't a bad trade with the Lings, but for the Banelings to also waddle in and not a single connection, that was brutal. That was brutal for Yakov. Which means Replicant, he's still in this. Down in workers, but he does have a lot of potential with this bio army. Jumping outside the fourth. Doesn't quite commit. Baneling speed just now finishing. Evo chambers are done. Upgrades are on the way. And we can see Yakov taking up into Hydras. Lingbane Hydra. Also, again, I'm quite satisfied here that we're not getting into mech after what happened against Nickrat. I was concerned. I was, are we going to be here all night? All morning even. It is what? Almost 6 a.m. in the morning. I was concerned, but no. It's going to be bio. Let's go. I appreciate it. Replicant moving forward. Likewise, YoungYakov setting up behind the army. He's stimming in. He's able to stim forward. Picks up a good amount of tumors. And Yakov, he's just waiting for his moment to pounce. Or even counterattack. But the surround is more likely. Yet to pull the trigger. Still waiting. 30 more Lings on the way. Liberators towards the left-hand side. And there we go. He does pull the trigger. He collapses in. Takes down the tanks. Takes down the Marines. Yeah, the Banelings, they crush the army. Oh my god. Meanwhile, here at the natural base, Liberators, hey, they do well for themselves. They get, I want to say, like 4 or 5 drone kills. Rotating over to the main. As the Queens were otherwise preoccupied, and they do kill one of their own. Oh, oh my god, what's happening here? Oh, how did they get stuck? What's going on? I think they killed one of their own just so they can break out, but they're still stuck. Oh, there we go. There we go. Jesus. As Queens, they make it out. Yakov getting ready for a run by. Massive tank volleys going off. And Yakov, he does commit, but there are reinforcements back at home. YoungYakov, he can't do much here. He turns back around. Run by was unsuccessful. The base is gonna fall. They pick off here for Replicant. Tank is unsieged. Lings, they come in from behind. They barely save the hatchery. Yeah, 2, 3 tanks gonna be going down. Massive tank volleys here on the Lings. A lot of splash damage. But Yakov, he holds. He barely does hold on. He's on a 3-base economy. Soon to be taking his gases. Getting to his Hydra upgrades as well. Into Lingbane Hydra. He's getting there. You know, Replicant is so hyper committed here with his drop play. Getting 4th CC on the way. That's what we're waiting for. Waiting for the signs of a later game state. He's gonna stim in. Does stim in, does target down some of those Hydras. Very nicely done. Gets 3 Hydras. Picks up, gets the hell out of there. Drops away. Likewise, Replicant going for a split push. He's going to double drop towards the left, double drop towards the right. Is being active. Yakov, he's able to respond somewhat quickly here with at least some lings. Does save his mineral line, but this is not the best trade for Yakov. Likewise, his hatchery is still quite low. Replicant stims in. Does stim in. He wants the base. He gets it. Oh my god. Does get the hatchery for the cost of a full mana max, so it was not the best of trades, but, I mean, still kills the base itself. Knocking Yakov down to 4 bases. Another meta falls. Yakov, though, is still in a solid economy. Ducklings is mining. If his engagement's on the way, that's going to be for the Hive Tech. That should be for eventually Lingbane Hydra into Viper, into either Ultras or Lurker Tech. One or the other. Both players still being active. As Lings, they flood in. They get into the natural. They get another tank. Meanwhile, double drop does hit the 5th base, also at the 4th base at the same time. They have 5th base. Getting the Queen, trading out with the Lings. I just really chaotic game state here. As YoungYakov trying to keep up. Meanwhile, the Bailings, they morph in. Up! Up! Where are they going? Where are they going? Come back! There was potential! The Bailings! No! They get the hell out of here. They're like, yo, what's going on? Why are we in the Terran base? Mate, they could have annihilated that mineral line. There was no reaction. Smudge. Bailings, what's going on? They're like, we were born to live. We don't want to die. We don't want to detonate. No! They collapse on the tanks. The Bailings go down. And I mean, at least they trade well. As the tanks are cleaned up, drop here into the natural. As Yakov, he keeps up, he shuts it down. Doesn't lose many workers. Tank count gets reset. And Replicant, he has been a little bit wasteful here with these drops, especially in these later stages of the game. Not like this. Minarix to get the hell out of there. Yakov, he's almost maxed. Yo, those Bailings though. That's gonna live rent free for the rest of this cast. The potential Bailings. It was crazy to morph them in the face of Replicant. For them to be unscattered and then for Yakov to just leave and just walk away. What a Chad move. I could have killed you. I chose not to. I have shown mercy. No. I think the chat just caught up. God damn it. See, they just politely left. They did. They just left. They pardoned me. Excuse me, sorry. Didn't know I was here. As Yakov, he's maxed out. I mean, the drop play has been, it's been quite effective at times, I should say, for Replicant. But now the tanks are exposed. Tanks are going to be going down to the Lings. Drop play continues. Hey, getting some value, finally. Queen goes down. Drones as well are falling. And Yakov, he's had it up. He's not turning around. Not anymore. He commits. Blinding clouds get thrown down. Yoinks here for the tanks. Bailings, they bust into the mineral line. Yakov trying to force the issue, trying to break his opponent, does get the final tank, and now can focus on the reinforcements. Mainly purely a Hydra army, not the best army to work with here. But here come the Ling reinforcements. There we go. He gets into the final tanks. GG gets called. And Yakov takes game number 1. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. YoungYakov does take the first game. A very chaotic game is what I will say. There were some ups, there were some downs, there were some good moments for Replicant, there were some otherwise rough moments for him as well. Whew, very chaotic game, but regardless, YoungYakov does take a lead, and now we are getting ready for game number 2. Here we go. It was a warning to Replicant. It was. God. Aye. As looks like we're getting some updates here. It looks like GG Machine went 1-1 versus Milky Cow, and I believe Nickrat is still mid-series against UD Soldier. Here we go. Oh, actually, they just finished. I can let you know. I mean, there is a bit of a delay on stream, but it looks like Nickrat and UD Soldier, they just wrapped up. I don't know the outcome of that series, but I do know that because all the casters just jumped in. All the casters, they all did just file in to this final game of this final lobby of this final series of the night of the Fight-Grow Cup Group B. Oh boy. And we'll catch up on the rest of the results after this series, as spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alcyone, we have the red Zerg player. Ooh. Again, at one point he was young, and now he is old. It is Yakov. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player from Atlanta, Kazakhstan, representing CSO Esports. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back. It is Replicant. Okay. The Bailings were supposed to be polite. just those 3 Bailings. Just the 3. Ah, no. Not like this. As this time Replicant, he's setting up on the high ground. As a reminder, it was a while ago, but in game 1, Replicant, he went for a 2-Rax Reaper opener. He went 3-Rax Reaper, 2 Raxes on the low ground, 1 Rax on the high ground. This time CC first. Oh my god. CC first out of Replicant. This time we have the polar opposite. Game 1, hyper aggression with 3-Rax Reaper. Game 2, CC first. So Replicant, he is cutting corners and he is being greedy. Now, I am a little bit concerned that this greed might lead into a second factory and into mech. I'm a little bit concerned, but we'll see. We'll see if Replicant is one to embrace mech against Zerg or only against his own kind. He might only do it against Terran. And maybe Protoss. It's possible. Copium. We'll see. No. As the SCV moves out, going for a scout across the map. YoungYakov, standard opener, hatch gas pool out of YoungYakov. Will soon be setting up for a third. As Replicant, he does confirm the creep, it does confirm the timing of the hatchery. Is where there's no crazy pool for shenanigans. And we can see here even Replicant going for Marine first. Again, because the Rax is so delayed anyway, it's just going to be CC first into Marine, into, I would imagine, Reactor, into an add-on swap. Yep, there it is, Reactor into add-on swap. So Replicant's going to be defending with the bare minimum with 1 Marine. If this led into a Roach push, if there was a Roach rush from YoungYakov, then Replicant would be in trouble. He'd be in a lot of trouble here. As the Overlord does confirm the CC's already done. Dragging the Marine out into the open. Lings, they have arrived. They're going for the Marine. Up. The Marine under fire, and the Marine is going to go down. Massive pick off. Marine falls. SCVs are exposed. There's nothing to defend. There's literally nothing here. Oh no, the wall does get up, thankfully. Lings, they do go for 1 SCV in the low ground at least. They deny any kind of mining time. They get a full scout of the main. Oh, and Replicant. I was curious. I was like, where's the starport? It's there. It's across the map. proxy starport by Replicant. Now, this should be for a proxy Liberator. I would imagine like Hellions harassing one end and then Liberator into the other. I would imagine this could technically be also proxy BC. Could be starport into a fusion core into BC production, but I'm leaning towards Liberator. We'll see. So Hellions are amassing. Technically, this could be a proxy medevac, and it could be like a Hellion drop, but there it is. Liberator is on the way. As Yakov is still being active, he does flood across the map. What is it to defend? The Hellions are still on the way. Oh, they're still in production. There we go. They do pop out in time. SCVs are going to be going down there. That's 2. That's going to be 3, 4 SCV kills. Does he get 5? Nah, 3. 3 SCVs in the main. More SCVs here on the low ground. Oh my god, this is becoming far too much. This is becoming critical damage. I'm afraid to look, but in total, it's been 9 SCV kills. Does he get 10? Ah, not quite. Oh, he does. 10 SCVs. 10 workers go down. And this Liberator has a little work to do. Liberator is diving into the main. How many queens are there to defend? No creep connecting the bases. It is going to be only 3? Only 3 queens, soon to be 6. Okay, there we go. 2 queens on the main. Just in time. No spores in position. The Liberator does siege. And drones are going down. 1, 2, 3 workers. Late reaction there by Yakov. Queens, they're trying to get within range. Hellions, they rock up here on the right-hand side. They're going for the 3rd. Oh. And they do bypass the Queens. They're making their way into the mineral line. Lings are trying to keep up. Hellions, they don't quite commit. Oh. Queen taking a lot of damage. Boys being pulled away. Liberator goes down. Yakov defends. And Yakov still maintains a 10-worker lead. And Yakov, he's not joining, he's making roaches. Oh. Cloak is being denied. Hellions, they do get 2 drone kills at the 3rd. Meanwhile, it is mech. Yep. CC first into mech. We've seen this before. So Replicant is looking to mech it up. Looking to make it happen. Make it rain. I don't know, whatever. Whatever Terran players say. But before that, we do see that YoungYakov is moving out with a Ling Ravager push. He has cut workers at 44. That is 2 base saturation. And is there much to defend back at home? I mean, there won't be any Banshees. Banshee is still on the way. No tank production either. It is only Hellion Cyclone. No tanks whatsoever. Replicant is exposed. And here come the Ravagers to knock down the front door and to flood in. Yeah, the gates are open. There are some Hellbats, though. There are some Hellbats to defend. Lings, they don't quite commit. Oh, God. Yeah, the first Hellbat goes down, followed by the second. Lings, they have free reign. They get a surround here on the Cyclones. GG gets called before he can get into his mech, and YoungYakov will take the series 2-0. Will advance on in first place out of Group B. GG. GG, well played. A very chaotic series is what I will say. Very chaotic between YoungYakov and Replicant, but alas, he does take it in the end. Does take the 2-0. Congratulations. And with that, we have some catching up to do. What is the group looking like? Who has made it out and who has not? Let us calculate. Let us find out those final results. Let's go. Let us go. As we switch our scene over. There we go. We have our group. We have our setup here. From the top, we have YoungYakov. I believe this is all updated. About to be. But YoungYakov, he is at the top of the group, at the top of the standings, with a perfect score line. Not a single loss. There were some close games, though. There definitely were some very close games, especially Game 1 versus Nickracht. If you missed out on the first series, if you missed out on the start of the broadcast, Nickracht versus YoungYakov was insane. It was crazy. It was a nail-biter of a series. I do recommend it. Scrolling down, we have Replicant. Out of left field, I do rate some of these other players quite highly here, but Replicant played very well. We were able to catch the tail end of his matches, of course. He does finish off with a 6-4 score line. Actually, let's just... Regardless, does finish as second place, and just underneath him we have Nickracht. Nickracht and Milky Cow came very close to each other here with their own respective score lines as well, but Nickracht does come out in third place. In my mind, I would have said YoungYakov and Nickracht as top 2, Replicant as number 2 instead is a surprise in my eyes, but very well played, very well done. Replicant does make it out. And with that, we have our top 6. We have our top... Oh, it's even seeded. It is even seeded here. We have our top 6, and this is going to be casted tomorrow in 20 hours time. So we're going to be live on this channel in 20 hours. We have Replicant versus Wayne in the quarterfinals, followed by Strange versus Nick Ranked. I believe these are going to be best of 3s. Let me just double check. Your round 1 matches best of 3, semis best of 5, finals best of 7. It's going to be a long cast. So we have some best of 3s into best of 5s into best of 7s. Let's go, Bobby. Let's go. So that is going to be our setup here. That is going to be what we have. So Replicant versus Wayne. We have Strange versus Nickeract into Art and YoungYakov. Art was the wild card. Again, I mentioned before, but we were shocked to have seen Art come out in first place of Group A. Art was looking very strong here in Group A. In the PvP and PvZ matchup, you could argue that he maybe struggled a little bit against Terran. That is, and as a result, you know, that may be a bit of his weak point, but he may not even face a Terran player. May not even face one. I do favor Wayne over Replicants, but I mean, I favored some of these other players against Replicant as well, and Replicant still took it, so definitely has it in him to call some upsets. Likewise, Strange versus Nickeract, that's going to be a hard one to call. I do think that Nickeract thrives in TvP. Nickeract is hyper aggressive and very successful in this matchup, but Strange is strange. Strange can be quite strange, so that's going to be a harder one to call. I do favor Wayne over Replicants, but Strange versus Nickeract could go either way. Regardless of which of these two advance on, I do favor YoungYakov. I do think that YoungYakov is going to be favored to make it into the grand finals. And here in the semis, in the upper semis, I have a hard time placing Wayne and Art, I'll be honest. They did face off earlier here, and if you guys want to have a look, Art he 2-0'd. Art he 2-0'd Wayne last night in the group stage. So, I mean, if he can pop off again, we could be seeing a PvZ finals between Art and YoungYakov. But we'll see. I might just be calling it too early. These are still going to be some close matches. And again, like, this could go either way. Like, especially Strange Nickeract. I feel like that could go either direction. And then who knows what happens in the best of 5. Who does know? Regardless, with that, we're going to be heading off for the time being. And again, we're going to be live, you can see here, in 20 hours. In 20 hours time, we're going to be live here on the CranKy Ducklings. This will be after Sparkling Tuna Cup. Sparkling Tuna Cup is going to be in 14 hours, I think. So in 14 hours time, we're going to be live on this channel once again with Sparkling Tuna Cup. You may be wondering, what is the Sparkling Tuna Cup? It's an open tournament. It is an open cup. We actually see some of these regulars and many others. We have players like Christianer, Björn, Nightmare, Zeon, Luna C, Hon Mono, Geralt, Jamek, Nickeract, Wayne, YoungYakov, Iba if he wakes up, Fiant if he wakes up. Okay, shaking my head. But yeah, sometimes even ZvT. So later on tonight in 14 hours, we're going to be live with the Sparkling Tuna Cup with a weekly open tournament. So do consider dropping by, do consider tuning in. If you want to help support us, you can do so via Patreon. Our Patreon does fund our open cups, and we have been getting a little bit more support on Patreon recently. So thank you so much for those supporters. Thank you so much for those patrons. And you can also be a part of that as well if you wish. Otherwise, shout out to ZvT. I just did mention him, how he does sometimes compete in our tournaments, but ZvT, he is the sponsor and organizer and caster of the Fire Grow Cup number 4, or all the Fire Grow Cups actually. So he's very passionate about all the about StarCraft clearly, and he has been now giving back to the community, hosting these tournaments, providing for all these other players of the region. So much love to ZvT. Likewise, a shout out to Hatsu. Hatsu was also adminning the event, making sure that the challenge was being updated, making sure that there was no issues, making sure that of course everyone was able to host their events, find all the players, and run the event without any issues. So much love here to Hatsu, and a shout out to all the competitors as well. Shout out to all those that made it through, and even those that did not, because we had some very entertaining matches. So shout out to those that did even fall, and hey, I'm sure they'll be here next time. Again, if I kind of glossed over it, but Fire Grow Cup is a monthly tournament. It is a monthly event. I don't know if maybe they'll be taking a break in Christmas for the holidays. It is possible that there might be a break during the holidays or not. We'll keep you guys posted. But if there is a Fire Grow Cup number 5, we will be there to cover it as well. We'll be there to cast it. We'll be there to bring you coverage we can. Otherwise, my throat is hurting a little bit, I'll be honest. We made it, Pappy. Made it 4 casts in 24 hours. Let's go. We started off the morning yesterday morning. We started off with Fire Cup Group A, into KSL, into Alima League, into Fire Cup Group B. And is it time to sleep? No, I have to edit the Alima League VODs. I have to edit the VODs as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to render as many as I can, and I will try to get them on YouTube within the next 3 days. I do know that a lot of people cannot watch it live because it is on Chijik. It is on a Korean streaming platform. So if you enjoy Alima League and if you want to tune in, do recommend checking out our YouTube. Alima League 229 and 230 are already on YouTube. 231 yet to be on YouTube. Again, I do have to render and edit all those VODs. Will upload it as quickly as I can. The VOD is available on Chijik, so you shouldn't have any latency issues when watching the VOD because it's all there, so you can just watch the VOD there if you wish. Otherwise, on YouTube in a couple of days. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Again, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We are on all things CranKy Ducklings. Likewise, we are also live on Twitch and YouTube as well, so you can check it out. VODs are available on a daily basis on YouTube, so plenty of VODs, plenty of content is ready for you. I'm sure they'll be here now. So do check it out. I do believe that Wardy, he's going over the replays, the Alima League replays that we have since provided. So I believe he's going over them as we speak. Oh, but yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who's live? Who do we send everyone over to? Here we go. Here we go. But we'll find someone to raid and someone to send everyone over to. Who's live at the moment? Jason is live. Dave is live. Jason, Dave Testa. We'll find someone. We will find someone. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Gonna be getting to work, and then I'll get some sleep, and then we'll be back with Sparkling Tuna Cup and with the playoffs and finals of Fire Cup as well. See you guys tomorrow or later tonight. Until then, hasta luego. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao, papi, ciao. See you next time.